Here are 10 money terms you should know. Business cycles are a type of fluctuation found in the aggregate economic activity of a nation. A cycle that consists of expansions occurs at about the same time in many economic activities, followed by similarly general contractions. This sequence of changes is recurrent but not periodic. Capital expenditures, CapEx, are funds used by a company to acquire, upgrade, and maintain physical assets such as property, plants, buildings, technology, or equipment. CapEx is often used to undertake new projects or investments by a company. Price elasticity of demand is a measurement of the change in the demand for a product as a result of a change in its price. If a price change creates a large change in demand, that is known as elastic demand. If a price change creates a small change in demand, that is an inelastic demand. The term federal funds rate refers to the target interest rate range set by the Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC. This target is the rate at which commercial banks borrow and lend their excessive reserves to each other overnight. Globalization refers to the growing interconnection of nations' economies. It represents the flow of financial products, goods, technology, information, and jobs across national borders and cultures. In economic terms, it describes an interdependence of countries around the globe fostered through free trade. The term human capital refers to the economic value of a worker's experience and skills. Human capital includes assets like education, training, intelligence, skills, health, and other things employees value such as loyalty and punctuality. The invisible hand is a metaphor for the unseen forces that move the free market economy. Through individual self-interest and freedom of production and consumption, the best interests of society as a whole are fulfilled. The constant interplay of individual pressures on market supply and demand causes the natural movement of prices and the flow of trade. The Jones Act is a federal law that regulates maritime commerce in the United States. The Jones Act requires goods shipped between U.S. ports to be transported on ships that are built, owned, and operated by United States citizens or permanent residents. Kurtosis is a statistical measure used to describe a characteristic of a database. When normal distributed data is plotted on a graph, it generally takes the form of a bell. This is called the bell curve. The plotted data that are furthest from the mean of the data usually from the tail on each side of the curve. Kurtosis indicates how much data resides in those tails.